Hey everyone, Bradley tuning in, coming at you with another video. With everyone today looking to help subsidize their mortgage, many people are reverting to purchasing homes with basement apartments or converting their existing basement into an apartment. But if that's you, if that's something you've ever considered doing, I want to go through the basics with you first before we get started to make sure that we are protected. Before I get started, my name is Bradley Watson. We do these videos every week, keep you up to date in the latest tips and tricks here in the GTA real estate market. And often when we look to purchase a home, we'll see keywords that say things such as this unit has a nanny suite, or this unit is income potential or a second suite. But many times what they're saying is that they do not warrant the retrofit status of the basement, which can be a real problem. If you purchase a home and plan to rent out that basement and you haven't done your homework, that can really put you in a pickle, meaning if someone calls and it's not registered with the city, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of trouble, up to a fine of $50,000. And so I want to make sure I give you the items that you need to know going in. Now, if you know anyone that has any idea as to whether they want to do this or not, if it's kind of on their mind, make sure you tag them down below. It's important information, and information that is not very readily available. Many people aren't aware of these items. So these are the 5 checklist, if you will, items that you want to know ahead going into purchasing one of these properties. First off is, does the local bylaws permit a basement apartment? You'd be surprised. There are many cities that don't allow basement apartments in the GTA. Further, we find fire code. Now, they're going to want to issue you a retrofit certificate. So you want to make sure the fire department has come in and given the thumbs up on the fire code and making sure it fits the requirements that they have. We then have the building code. And I'm going to give you, after this kind of 5 list, I'm going to give you some common items we see in the GTA as to what many basement apartments often will have. We then have an electrical safety requirements. An ESA certificate would want to be issued for that basement to make sure that all the electrical is set up properly. And final, but in my opinion, the most important is having that unit registered with the city. We did a video back in January focusing specifically on this. And essentially, you can check, actually, I'll tag it down below. It's called House Tour Basement Apartment. We talk about what it means to be certified. What are the penalties if you don't get it certified? And this is, I think, the final sweep, the final stamp of approval on the unit. If you don't have this, then you have nothing. And if someone calls, you can get in real problems. So what are some common items that we see as far as basement apartments in the GTA? Well, we see drywall. It needs to be 30-minute minimum fire rating between the lower unit and the upper unit. As well, the ceilings need to be 6 feet 5 inches in height minimum. Now these change, and so do all of these items change depending on what city you're in. So you must consult the city and ask, what are the requirements for my particular home or for this property that I'm considering purchasing? Next, we see separate entrance, which many are aware of, many individuals know, but also a separate parking spaces in most of these cities. Then we see things like windows. The windows need to be of certain size and need to be large enough, but also there needs to be a window in the bathroom, and or there needs to be a ceiling an exhaust fan in that bathroom. Then we see smoke alarms, CO2. Many people will say windows within the bedrooms, and there's a vast list, but these are the major items that we see in basement apartments. So if you've ever considered this, or if you know somebody who's considering this, this is a very serious matter because it can lead to heavy fines if it's not done properly. And I mean, at the end of the day, in today's world, if you're going to rent your apartment in order to pay your mortgage, only to find out, you know what, you're not allowed to do this anymore. Right before you bought the home, somebody called it in and now you're caught red-handed. Take the tenant out and you're going to have to pay all of these fines. What the heck was the point? So we want to make sure we're protected, or if we're not doing these, make those, maybe we can get that comment down below. Maybe you say, you know what, the hell with these processes, because there are many people that don't even follow them. I'd love to hear from an individual that would say that as well, and their logic behind that, but that's also very common. But we want to make sure, and it's my job, and many people in this industry's profession, our job is to make things clear. So at least we're aware of the risks, and that you can sign off, if you will, and say, you know what, I know the risks, but I'm going to go ahead anyways. So I'll see you guys next week with more videos. Hopefully you got value out of this. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe because we do these every week. I'm excited to see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and keep it real.